think of this as well. Basically made by one guy. Soundtrack by a very talented lady called Laura Shigehara. Oh, there we go, it's even got it on the screen there. I kind of wish I could make it bigger as well, but we're gonna have to play it really small, so I might miss things. You can't full screen this because it gets all distorted. It's a 4x3 game, you know. It's not that old though. It's not made before 4x3 monitors were generally available. Yeah, the music in this is just outstanding as well. What was that? Uh-oh. Dr. Rosaline. Where were you looking, Neil? Dr. Watts. Well, excuse me for heroically evading that squirrel coming out of nowhere. You ran over it anyways. Oh. You ran over it and hit a tree. Look, don't worry, it's a company car. Are you kidding me? The boss is gonna kill me. We just say I was saving a puppy. He likes puppies, right? He's more of a cat person. Why does the world have to be so complicated? We've got our two doctors here. Dr. Watts and Dr. Rosaline. Fine, whatever furball he fancies. Crisis averted. Write that on your report later. Let's grab the equipment from the car and move already. So as you can see, it looks pretty much like with the coloured highlights on the words and everything. It looks like a traditional Japanese RPG. And it is literally just an RPG Maker game. But it's so much more. Let's click on an object to interact with it. Received equipment. Why choose? Says Smart Lenny, or I like dogs and cats. Yeah, me too. I better not say cats too loud. Because the DOG is behind me. Got the sucker, let's roll. We've got our technician specialist, Dr. Neil Watts. Dr. Eva Rosalind is our senior memory traversal agent. Let's go this way. Hey, wait, don't forget the car. Just wanted to see if you'd remember. How thoughtful of you. Mr. Bonky, you can't drink red wine. You're 15. Maybe you can. I don't know how it works in Denmark. Okay. Let's go up here. Who put a boulder here? Maybe it's their security system. Cucumbers? We don't have time for this fluff. Let's try pushing it out of the way. Maybe we could find a branch to jack it with? Wait. Or we could just call it a night and blame it on that. Let's push it by hand. Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a bit of a bouncy boulder. What was that? Not a boulder, that's for sure. We need to get going. Yep, I agree. We'll figure that thing out later. Right. So there's no voice acting, as you've gathered. But sometimes, I mean, it is a fairly low budget game, and if you're going to do voice acting, you have to do it well. If you do voice acting badly, it'll ruin it. Where are we then? This looks like the house. Let's knock on the door. Are they here? Okay. Not a bad place to retire at. Oh, really? Looks pretty nice, isn't it? I could do better since Dr. Watts. Night shifts, love them or hate them. You know the answer, you stupid owl. It's probably going to be another all-nighter, you know. I know. And I doubt they'd have any coffee. How does he know that? And the ocean waves will sing lullabies. So we can kind of hear those in the background. I appreciate I'm talking over the audio. But if you can hear that in the background, yeah, we can hear some waves. Not through your blathering, they won't. So they've got some kind of like bickery sort of relationship, these two doctors. Well, that shut them up. Don't forget the equipment, moron. I don't get paid enough for this. I feel like that sometimes. I never told anyone, but I've always thought they were lighthouses. Act 1. It's very much a story-based game, this. If you're into that kind of thing, you should enjoy it. It's a very well-written story. Dr. Watson, Dr. Rosaline, I presume. Thanks for coming on such a short notice. It's okay, I tend to be bad at predicting deaths as well. It's a little bit insensitive. Are you the patient's daughter? Oh no, I'm just his caretaker. Oh, kids are back. And these are my children, Sarah and Tommy. It's not exactly a 9-to-5 job, so Johnny lets us live here. I suppose this Johnny is our man? Johnny? Listen, if it's a kid we're dealing with, I don't think we're the ones you want. No, he just prefers to be called that. He's upstairs right now with his medical doctor. So it's a distinction between these people who are probably not medical doctors. Come with me. Let's go upstairs then, shall we? Come on, grab that case and let's go. When my back breaks one day, I'll sue you with the insurance claim. Not sure that's how it works. Received equipment again. Okay. Let's head upstairs before I drop this. Okay, let's go upstairs then. Yes. Okay, they're gone. Whoever gets there first gets to play the melody. No fair, you pushed me. Did not. Whatever, you get the boring 2 notes anyway. They're playing the piano. It's actually that's quite meta, that's fourth wall breaking really, because they're playing in the game, they're playing the theme song of the game. Schiff! Welcome! Schiff's arrived in chat. And if you just joined as well, you haven't missed too much. These kids are pretty good for their age, that's what I was thinking as well. Hey, you're the one who said there was no time to waste. Incidentally, I'm the one who was carrying the weight of a small meteoroid. yeah, come on. What is this game? Looks like crap. Says Schiff. Yes, okay, so this is To the Moon. This is made in RPG Maker. It's a very dear game of mine. Not mine, I didn't make it, but okay, so it's just before 12. I played it through once before and I just felt the urge to play through it again. So, we know that this is Johnny. We know he's sick. That's his medical doctor. Let's talk to the medical doctor. But the thing is, you don't need fantastic graphics and all that kind of stuff to make a great game. This thing has a fantastic soundtrack and is so well written as well. It doesn't have any voice acting, but it's still so well written. He's unresponsive at this point. By the looks of things, he's still consciously hanging on. It's hard to say how long you'll have, but I would hurry. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Let's talk to Lily. Ready to set up? He hasn't got that long, so we better... Yes, it'll just be a moment. Malhanator says, nobody has ever held a meteoroid. Alright, pedant. Oh, tonight's drink of choice, by the way. We have Bundaberg, Australian root beer. It's not as good, to be honest, as what I'm used to is American root beer, which is very hard to get here, as it turns out. The Australian root beer will have to do. So Lily says, are you sure a common household power outlet's sufficient? There's some kind of machinery here, we don't know what it is yet. No worries, we're the experts, or we're the experts. Ah, crap. He's put the power out. Standard procedures. Just keeping you on your toes. I quite like this Dr. Watts kind of guy, even if he's not an astrophysicist, says Mulhernator. So I will give you a bit of extra context as we play through this, because, like I said, I'm quite familiar with this particular story and the background of the game. Cy Crab. Did you change your name, Cy? How's he doing, says Dr. Rosaline. Not so well. If I were to say he's just got a day or two left, that's plenty of time. So this is Johnny, that's all we know about him at the moment. So you two can grant him any wish, huh? To try at least. But we always succeed because we're awesome. So, what's the wish? The moon. And suddenly the title of the game makes sense. The moon? The moon. He wants to go to the moon. The geezers just keep on getting crazier, huh? So can you do it? It depends. She meant to say yes. Why don't you tell us about our client here? So we get to a little bit of expo, we get to find out about Johnny. That, I don't really know much. Johnny's an odd man. Through the 2 years that I've worked here, he rarely spoke. He worked as a craftsman for most of his life, and his wife passed away 2 years ago. I don't really know many details. I would have known more if I were his paper boy, for Pete's sake. Shush, just do your thing. Well, I suppose if you look around the house, you may find some more info. I suppose Johnny wouldn't mind since he signed for you two. So Johnny's called these people in. So be it. So we set up the machine, we haven't done anything with it. Which one of us plays detective? What do you think, guys? You want Dr. Watts, the guy who doesn't know about astrophysics? The cheeky dude? Or do you want Dr. Rosaline? She seems a bit more grounded, but she seems quite grumpy. Dr. Watts has just crashed the car as well. We let chat decide on this one. In the meantime, I'm going to get another root beer. Place your bets, Dr. Watts or Dr. Rosaline, to explore the house. Well, Schiff wants Dr. Watts, and Mulhernator says, gotta choose Dr. Rosaline for the serious tasks. So that's one each. The only problem with these Australian root beers is they're really, really hard to open. Like, what the juice? Like, look at this. It's some kind of, like, ring pull bottle top. But it's so awkward to open, I just gotta be... If you pull it too hard, it just spills everywhere. Which is also what she said. We're going with Dr. Watts, because Schiff was in there first. I'll do it. I once played Sherlock Holmes in a High School Musical. I remember you playing Watson. Meh, same thing. Just configure this, I got it started anyway. Oh, actually, we should have probably chosen Rosaline, because Dr. Watts is the technical guy. My children can show you around. They're probably downstairs at the piano. It's a good thing it's not Dr. Jimmy Savile then, isn't it? Right. What's this bookcase? Let's have a look at the bookcase. What is a root beer? Okay, so root beer is basically, it's a soft drink. It doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it is basically fizzy sarsaparilla. This has also got vanilla and ginger in it. But the way it's described to most people is a bit like a soft drink made out of cough medicine. It really doesn't taste of ginger. Like, it tastes of sarsaparilla, but most people haven't tasted sarsaparilla, so it's very difficult to describe. But if you think about like medication, like cough medicine, and then imagine that tasted quite nice, which is quite hard to do. That's what it tastes like. It's a really weird... That's why I like it, because it's such a weird taste. So you've got readings from medical journals here. That doesn't seem particularly useful. Right, where should we go? What's down here? We can't turn the lights on or anything. A painting of a lighthouse by the cliffside. Okay. A painting of a woman holding something yellow and blue. Can I use the arrows for this? Yes, I can. How do I... Oh, there we go. A painting of an animal of some sort. It looks like a penguin. Can you see that? I know it's a bit small. It looks like a penguin. A casual painting of 3 people. I am going to use the mouse, actually, because I can see what we can interact with. Oh, yeah, Sunset Sarsaparilla from Fallout. Yeah, that was in Fallout, wasn't it? Sunset Sarsaparilla. So that was, I guess that was a form of root beer. And Chef says, when I visited the UK once, I had a root beer. Tasted. You had a root beer, and I've never... Do you know, I've lived here for 34 years. How old am I? 34. Jesus Christ. Wait, come back here for a moment. I have something for you. I've lived here for 34 years, and I don't think I've ever had a root beer in the UK. Until I went looking for them. Doctor. Here, take this. Received remote patient monitor. That'll keep you updated on Johnny's status. Oh, thanks. I hope there's no self-destruct button. Oh, he is so insensitive. It's unbelievable. Johnny's heart monitor is now activated in the menu. Let's check that out. Oh, it's right at the top there, look. Okay. Connects wirelessly to the patient's local monitor. Hey. You can tell this isn't funded by the NHS because they actually have technology. Yeah, Mulhernator, I found some in Sainsbury's as well, but it was in, like, yeah, like you said, in the World Foods bit. And, like, I don't like that. I think World Foods should just be integrated into all the other food. You know, it's like, technically, rice is a world food. Because you don't grow it in the UK. But, right, so it's still roughly the same time. But you don't need to go to the World Food section to get rice. The kids are still playing the piano here. And like I said, the soundtrack's one of the highlights for me. I actually bought the soundtrack separately as well, because I loved it. Why would anyone from abroad buy sauerkraut? Yeah, I like sauerkraut as well. Like, beyond it being a general German insult. I'm looking forward to having some more, actually, when I get to Germany. What else can we interact with? Not a lot in here. Should we ask the kids? So see if we can talk to the kids. What you want? Show around the house. Your ma told you to show me around the house. Okay, maybe we will. Maybe. I think we just need a little convincing, that's all. What do you think, Tommy? Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's talk. What do you punks want? We want $1 trillion! All the candy game Mum hides from us. Yeah, all that. What? There is a giant candy cane on top of a high shelf we can't reach. If it's in the kitchen, Ma put it in there to save for when we do chores. Get it for us and we'll give you a tour through the house. What do you say? Okay, just going back to the chat for a moment, talking about sauerkraut. The thing is, it's like a famous German food, isn't it? So you might not really be that interested in having roast beef dinner with Yorkshire puddings when you live in another country, but when you come to the UK, you have to have that because that's a British specialty, you know? We don't have that many specialties, but you know, like it's quintessentially British, so you have to have it. You know? What do you say? Well, what do you think, chat? Should we get the candy cane for the kids, or should we tell them to cut the crap and help? It's very witty, the way this game's written, considering the subject matter is fairly grim. This dude's dying. It is very well written. The humour's real. No, says Schiff. Don't trust the kids. Okay, anyone else? So they're supposed to show us around the house so we can find out a little bit more about Johnny, because Lily doesn't know much about him at all. Even though she's worked there for 2 years. He doesn't really say much, apparently. But then if he's sick, you know, if he's been dying for a while, then probably difficult to find out a lot of things. Don't trust the kids, no. Cut the crap and help. Plotting to eat stash candy is a serious crime, you know. You can get 6 years for that. Oh no! What do we do, sis? We're sorry, we didn't know. Uh-huh. Well, if you show me around this place now, I'll keep my mouth shut. Really? You do that for us? Sure. Feeling nice today. Whew, thanks. Yeah, we'll help. Okay. Well, we kind of... I hope you feel guilty now, chat. Alright, where do we start? I know. There's this funny room in the basement. I don't like that funny room, says Tommy. What kind of funny room? You'll see. It's weird. We need to get the keys, though. The old man hid it inside a book in a study. Okay, so let's see if we can find a study. The kids are following us around. Is this a study? This is the book room. The key to the funny room is in the thickest book on the upper shelf. Oh, right, so up here then. Dusklight. The tale of a girl who fell in love with a zombie who emitted the smell of daisies when showered with gentle sunlight. Sounds like a kind of book I want to read. Read passage. Maybe next time. Brilliant. Brilliant. Schiff likes Dr. Watts. I like Dr. Watts, he's great. Man sure knows where to hide things. That wasn't a reference to any kind of real world book either. Alright, so we can go into the basement now. We can open the funny room in the basement now. That's exactly what I just said, Sarah. Here we are in the basement. Play hide and seek here. Turn on the light before you trip over something. Okay. What's this? Dirty pile of Animorphs books sits here. I have no idea what Animorphs are. Chest is locked. Oh, there was a funny room we were supposed to go. Was this it? Door was locked. Open door with a room key. Good. Here we go. What's in here? It's like a cave in here. There's a light there, look. Okay. Got a broken music box. A stuffed toy platypus. Oh, that's cute. Can I take that? What a hideous little girl. Dr. Watts doesn't agree with me then. Poke it. Take it. I might need it for later, I don't know. What can we click on in here? Is that it? These look like little rabbits or something, don't they? Can you see those? I can't really make them out. Like I explained, like I'm not playing this full screen because it messes with the perspective. It's a 4x3 game, and I'm playing it in a window, but there's no graphical options, so the size of the window is 640 by 480, which is very small. Why are there so many bunnies, says Mr. Bonky. I don't know. A rabbit folded out of paper. So they are rabbits, and they're made out of paper. Okay, that looks like it. Let's go back out. Why do I have a feeling those rabbits will chase you around later on? Did you see it? What do you kids know about all those rabbits? Well, Shift, the thing is, this isn't a horror game, you know. It's not supposed to be scary at all or anything like that, but it's certainly a mystery at this stage. Nothing. The old man didn't want anyone to go inside, so we never told him. Sarah says there's more of them actually. Where? Inside the abandoned lighthouse. It's just beneath this cliff. Wanna go see? I got the keys. Let me guess, you aren't supposed to go in there either. Remind me never to keep any locked cabinets around you two. So, you want to go see the lighthouse? Well, it's rather windy outside, but... what do you want to do, chat? You go see all the other rabbits in the lighthouse? Or do you want to stay and wait for the machine? To the moon if you just joined us. A very little known game. I think it's a shame. I think this is possibly my favourite game of all time. See the lighthouse, says Shift. Let's go see the lighthouse then. Heck with it. I'm Dr. Watts. Mere wind can't stop me. Come on, let's go kick some butts. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's an icon there. Let's see what this does. Kid's still following me, so that's alright. Cabinets filled with dusty books. What's this? Boxes filled with coloured papers. The chest is locked. So there's not much. We still don't know very much apart from the rabbits. And there's a lighthouse at the bottom of the cliff. So let's go see that. I guess we go outside to get to the lighthouse. I have played through this before, but I can't remember. Is it this way? Might just use the arrows for this. Oh, there it is, look. There it is! Took the words right out of my mouth. It's almost like I know the dialogue. I need to head south to the street and take the other path to get down to it. I forgot my parachute. Okay, so that's a cliff. We can't go off the cliff. Okay, fair enough. Just the way we came in? It is a little bit hard to see where to walk as well. I think this is the way back to the street. There's all birds and stuff. It's here! My novelty beach ball. I thought I'd lost it. So we thought there was a boulder in our path and it was a beach ball. Oh. It's stupid anyway. Oh, I'll never lose it again. I'm gonna hide it. Don't look. We don't have time for this. Okay, done. Right, now let's just head to the lighthouse. So we got outwitted by a beach ball earlier. That is great. It's smoking. Who's the dummy that crashed the car? That was Dr. Rosaline. Yeah. Liar. Oh, Dr. Rosaline. What's this sign say? Wiles household ahead. Okay. We can't interact with any of this stuff, so let's go to path. Oh, a Skirble. Okay. Right. Don't worry, kids. I got this. We appear to be in some kind of active battle JRPG system here. Oh god. Attack. Oh my god. Shoe, other shoe. Sorry, shoe. Yelling volume. Loudest. This ends here. Here! Stop it! What we tell Ma, you animal abuse. Yeah, I should call the cops on you. Oh, come on, I wasn't actually gonna Don't you like role-playing? Alright, okay. We don't get to fight the squirrel. Should be ashamed of yourself. Let's name it Teddy. Okay. Let's just go. My whole night is ruined. So he's trying to keep the kids happy. And role-play a fight with the squirrel. And they got upset. Did we go through there? Oh, that was weird. So we're going to go down to the lighthouse and see what we can find down there. So we're still trying to learn a little bit about Johnny because we don't know much about him yet. What's this? In memory of River E. Wiles. River Wiles, huh? Is she John's wife? Dunno. Come on, the lighthouse is right there. I feel like every fantastic story game has to involve a lighthouse. Life is Strange is the same. Upstairs we go then. Oh, there's more of these rabbits. This is it. Seems like this thing hasn't been functioning for quite a while now. Okay. A multicoloured paper rabbit. Hey, this wasn't here when we came last week. Oh yeah, Johnny must have came here before he fell ill again. 2 colours, huh? Bioshock also starts at the lighthouse, says Schiff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bioshock Infinite. Am I the only one who's a little creeped out by these though? Yeah, you are. Yep. What the? Someone's calling me. Ah, I should have guessed. Yeah, we're coming. Blah, blah, blah. He's not very polite, is he? Alright, let's head back. As for this... Received paper rabbit. Right, so we've got that weird platypus and we've got the rabbit. It's a nice convenience that not having to travel back to the house ourselves. What the cactus were you doing? So she's referring to cucumbers as a swear word before, and now she's referring to cacti. Burning ants with a magnifying glass. Using moonlight? Okay, I was taking a nap then. He's not a very good doctor, is he? God, it's so hard to be a smart ass nowadays. Yeah, the platypus looked alright, didn't it? You're pretty good at being half of it. Your helmet's on the couch. Get it on. We're going in. Oh, okay. Where's the couch? Oh. Let's go. Ready or not, here it goes. Right, so we're using this kind of machine that we've hooked up, for some reason, to this guy who wants to go to the moon. He hasn't got long left. Don't expect great graphical wizardry here. This is an RPG Maker game, don't forget. Okay. It should be the last accessible memory. Disable speech for all except Johnny. Done. Let's get him. At any time you can view your position in time by moving the mouse towards the top of the screen. Okay, so we're right at the end of his life here, it looks like. Same house then, back in the same house. Let's go downstairs. And... I don't think we can interact with... Oh, we can interact with something on the piano. What's this? The river. Now, that's actually quite clever. The sheet music for that is the actual music that those kids were playing. I can sight read music, but you know, not at a great level. What kind of song is this? It's just 2 notes repeated over and over. So that's a reference to the simple melody that Tommy and Sarah were playing before. Maybe he's at the lighthouse, said Schiff. Let's go find out. Oh, the lighthouse is down this way, isn't it? Okay, it looks like we can't go that way. It's not part of this memory. Is he out looking over the lighthouse, maybe? Oh, here we go. Who's this? Is that Lily? Johnny? So we're inside his memory now, looks like. What a pleasant surprise. We don't get many visitors around here. My name is Dr. Eva Rosaline, and this, Dr. von Matterhorn. Dr. Lorenzo von Matterhorn. Dr. Neil Watts. Are you familiar with the Sigmund Agency of Life Generation? Oh, are you two from the agency? How convenient, I've just been thinking of calling you. Lily, get us some tea, please. That is Lily, yeah. Okay. Lily? Actually, you've already called us. Oh, she's gone. We're here to fulfill our contract from the relative future. That's kind of messed up. Careful there, if you slip off the cliff, we're going to have to reload this memory. Watch it, Neil, show some respect. It's just a program, you know. I know, but this is his last accessible memory and we need his cooperation. Worst comes to the worst, we can just reboot it. Why would you waste time like that? You are here to take me to the moon, aren't you? So he's called these people who can go inside his memories and he wants to go to the moon, I suppose. Yes, John. I suppose I had a good run. Not good enough, it seems. He's so rude. So can you do it? Can you take me to the moon? We can't, but you might be able to. Why do you want to go there? I don't know. It's fine, you can tell us. It's essential for helping us to get you to go there. Do you want the fame, the money? You've got to have a motive. So Schiff's asking why is he calling an agency to go to the moon? Can't he just ask NASA or the Russians? So, the Sigmund Corp has the ability to alter your memories. As we'll find out. And they can implant you with memories that make you think you've done something different during your life. So you can be someone else, you can be whoever you want. If you wanted to be an astronaut and you never got the chance, then before you die you can remember that you were an astronaut, you know? I'm sorry, says John, I really don't know. I just do. I can already tell this is going to be a pain in the ass, says Dr. Watts. Nevertheless, Johnny, here's what we'll do. We need to get you to your childhood, but it's too distant to do so in one memory hop. Thus, we will need to traverse through your memories with gradual backward leaps, which you've given us permission to do in the relative future. Once we lay down the waypoints in your childhood memories for direct access, we will return here. That's when you'll need to help us influence the childhood you to become an astronaut. Or to get on a giant catapult. The point is, you'll need to have more to say than I just don't know. As long as you can take me to the moon, I will cooperate in any way possible. Good. Now, in order to leap to a memory, we need an item that is of importance to you. Do you have a memento of some sort to get us started? That'll do. Is that Paper Rabbit? Ladies first. Received note moon. I need to repair this memento first. Oh. Click the orbs to flip the pieces. This looks like a paper rabbit then, doesn't it? What does this do? Some kind of little mini game then. Okay. The memento can now be activated for traversal. I don't really see the point of that mini game, but never mind. I guess it's just interacting with a game with light gameplay elements to make you feel like you're doing something. Wait, what about my prize?